furious. The truth that no one wants to admit is exploding behind the scenes in the Premier League. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you need to hear it now. There is something happening within this team that is leaving rivals desperate, coaches angry, and opposing fans panicking. This is why Arsenal will win the Premier League this season, and I'll tell you every detail. But be careful, what you will hear is not on TV. So stay with me until the end, because this information could change everything you think about the title fight. And let's move on to today's news. But first, just check if you're already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Arsenal the Gunners. Turn on the notification bell and select the All option. Once that's done, we'll send you everything last minute that comes out of Arsenal's back rooms. Gunners, we have a goal of likes to reach this video of 145 likes. In the last video, we reached the goal in less than an hour. Prove that you are a real Gunners and leave a like so we can reach this goal soon. From the opening whistle, the feeling among true Arsenal fans was clear. This could be the season. The table is set, the cards are on the table, and the great opponent leaves doors ajar. The Red Army watches closely, knowing that the Premier League title doesn't come by chance, but when all the stars align. Therefore, each game, each defense, each counterattack now becomes a vital piece of the puzzle. And while other clubs falter, Arsenal appear to be finding their stride: strong core, confidence, solid defense, ingredients that have been sought for a long time. And now, with the cast in tune, expectations are growing. The moment we are experiencing brings a mixture of relief, excitement, and even a hint of controlled nervousness. We know that the recent past had good signs, but there was something missing to break the ceiling. Now there seems to be something different. The team breathes unity, has an identity, and the opponents are starting to view Arsenal with genuine respect. Coach Mikel Arteta sees what many of us fans already feel. If we stay the course, we can achieve something special. He never uses empty jargon. He speaks with direct sport. The defense, for example, which so many critics doubted, has now become a pillar of trust. And in attack, the pieces start to fall into place. Obviously, we cannot ignore rivals. Liverpool, Manchester City, they all step into the ring once again, ready to hit hard. But watch. Liverpool are showing weaknesses that previously seemed unimaginable, and City, even with the best striker in the league, no longer looks like that unbeatable monster. Meanwhile, Arsenal are capitalizing. There is instability in competitors, and this opens up gaps, and Arsenal is ready to attack. The psychological advantage begins to tip on our side. When I look at the calendar of upcoming games, my instinct says it's now or never. Tough opponents come, yes, but many of these duels take place at home, at the Emirates, where Arsenal still have a lot to offer. Outside, there are theoretically more accessible games. And in the midst of this, the team is releasing clear messages. We are here. We want this title. The fans feel it. The atmosphere grows, and it is contagious on the pitch. It's no longer just good performance, it's ambition. The defense deserves special mention. Few teams in Europe at the moment can boast of keeping as many doors closed as we have. This gives peace of mind and allows the offensive plan to develop with less pressure. And when you achieve clean sheets, it creates a habit, creates an expectation of victory. Opponents know that entering the Emirates to beat Arsenal is no longer a certainty, and that changes mentalities. Our system is breathing confidence. And for us fans, this brings those good butterflies in the stomach. We are going far. Of course, there are still challenges. One or two slips can cost you dearly in this race. Injuries, lapses in concentration, moments of offensive ineffectiveness. We all know that football has these variables. But what convinces me is that Arsenal are better prepared to deal with them than in previous seasons. There is depth. There are alternatives. There is a mentality that does not bend easily. It's this kind of maturity that separates candidates from winners. And now, more than ever, I believe we are in that category. Why do I say this with conviction? Because I see concrete signs. The opponent stumbles, key players are ready to shine, and the team itself conveys lightness even under pressure. This is no coincidence. When results begin to align with performance, doubts begin to disappear. And for the Red Army, that long-absent feeling of true belief begins to resurface. If you are reading this and are excited about Arsenal, leave "I believe-o" in the comments right now. I'm not here to say that the title is guaranteed, far from it. But I'm here to say that now is a real opportunity. The season is at the point where a window opens, and if Arsenal, with a capital A, takes advantage of this window, it could go down in history. The rivals are wavering, the team is strong, the calendar is smiling, and the moment demands to be taken advantage of. It's the kind of chance that comes once in a few years. We won't let it slip away. And that's exactly where the magic of football appears for us. Mature, experienced fans who have already experienced ups and downs. We smell achievement in the air because we understand what's at stake. It's not just another season. It's a mission, and Arsenal are facing the mission with an open mind. There is no room for hesitation here. Every point matters. Red Army recognizes this, and the atmosphere outside, inside the bars, in the conversations, everything points to a different click. Now think about the next matches, those that seem obligatory, winning at home, not losing away, taking advantage. Arsenal appear to be ready for this, and as a fan who understands you from the 35-54 range, with experience, who has seen teams fall when they could win, I feel that chill of expectation. That is good. The adrenaline rises. Faith rekindles. Declare "Let's go, Arsenal" if you believe that the title is still possible. Our team is also creating respect globally. We are no longer surprising. We are among the main ones, and this position requires consistency. When the opponent looks at the lineup, he thinks twice. When the opposing coach prepares the plan, he makes adjustments for Arsenal, and knowing that the opponent is uncomfortable is already half the battle. Arsenal are living in this moment, and we, as fans, felt the impact. So why don't we believe in something bigger? I remember well the previous seasons, when we arrived with hope and ended up seeing the cup slip away. Now, the feeling is different. There is calm in the gaze, there is focus, and even the pressure seems served with purpose. Coach Arteta knew how to learn lessons, and the board also seems to have got the recruitment right. This mix of experience, young talents, solidity is improving. And it is no exaggeration to say that Arsenal can now make the leap they have been waiting for decades. Of course, the veterans in these stands who have seen many almosts will ask me, but will it happen this time? The answer is, I believe so. I believe because I see the infrastructure, the environment, the entire club prepared. And in modern football, that counts for a lot. Not just the 11 on the field, but the club as a system. And Arsenal is increasingly working as a system. Therefore, declare, I am a gunner. Support the team in any situation, victory or defeat. The next chapters are crucial, and this is where our role comes in, to accompany, vibrate, and put positive pressure on. Each game is a story. Each statistic is evidence. The table is now smiling, but it still requires a firm step. If we stumble, our rivals will take advantage. If we keep up the pace, the title won't be a dream. It will be a reality within reach, and that gives me confidence. Declare confident if you think Arsenal will win away from home this week. In the midst of this sea of expectations, there is comfort in realizing that, in addition to the main cast, there are options. Injuries are no longer synonymous with collapse. The quality of the squad, the rotation, the collective focus, all of that is better. Arsenal learned lessons. The club understood sacrifice cues, past mistakes, and is now more attentive. This only raises my hopes. And what about you, fan? Let I support if you believe that Arteta is the right coach for the team. We cannot ignore the importance of maintaining humility, but not in the sense of excessive moderation. Humility as awareness of the mission. Arsenal enters the field knowing what lies ahead, knowing that each rival will fight with everything, but also knowing that we have the tools to respond. And when you play with conviction, you win a lot of the mental battle before the ball even rolls. Arsenal now seem to dominate this aspect. There is a phrase that comes to mind. When defense becomes an offensive weapon, the opponent changes his plan. And this is happening with Arsenal. Transitions are quick, spaces are explored, and rivals seem disconcerted. Defense is no longer sacrificed just to protect. It is the foundation for attacking. And that pays off. For us fans, it is a source of pride. For opponents, a reason to fear. Declare together for the top 4, if you still believe in qualifying for the Champions League. But here we are aiming much higher. If we talk about history, we talk about legacy, and we talk about hope. Arsenal have already finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but the title has been elusive for some time. Now, however, I feel like we are closer than ever. The current generation has a chance, perhaps the only one, to be remembered as the one who ended the fast. And in football, what matters is the when, not how. This when feels more real than in previous years. Declare, I trust the shirt, if you think the Gunners will turn things around. Of course, there are risks, as always. An accident on the road, a giant opponent cornering us, or simply that night when nothing goes right. But we all know that's how football is, and that's exactly what we're passionate about, to be prepared, to vibrate, to suffer, and to celebrate. Arsenal are now better able to turn this passion into a trophy. So, fans, hold on tight. We are in a moment of genuine expectation. Declare Gunner at heart if you are ready to support the team until the end of the season. And before we move on to the next video, I want you to imagine the scenario. The Gunners lifting that trophy, the fans exploding, the stadium pulsing. It's not fanciful, it's plausible. The season is open, the challenges are lined up, and Arsenal seem armed for the fight. The next chapter? It will show if all this potential becomes reality. So stay tuned, because we're going to bring you every minute, every twist, every controversy, so you can feel every beat of this campaign. What comes now promises. And you who follow me on the channel know that we leave no point undiscussed. In the coming weeks, we will dissect opponents, tactics, injuries, decisions, and we will go on this journey together. The truth is that Arsenal are not just competing, they are believing. And watching this, for those of us who live through good and bad times, is special. The clock is ticking and the season is unforgiving. Every mistake can cost you, every victory can bring you closer. But Arsenal today have more weapons, more confidence, more clarity of purpose. We have to be ready, as mature and demanding fans, to demand, support, and cheer. So keep your eyes open. Prepare for the next battle. And remember, in this story, you are an integral part, not just a spectator. And while we wait for the next duel, where Arsenal will show their claws, I leave here the invitation for you to prepare. Share, chat, call the friend who always debates, set up the pool, feel the energy. Because it's no longer just about dreaming, it's about doing it. And when the next video arrives, I guarantee we will be here to dissect whatever comes, to celebrate whatever comes, to react together. For now, let us keep our expectations alive, our faith renewed, and our certainty that something great can happen. Are Arsenal ready? It seems to be. And us fans too. So stay close, because the next episode of this saga is coming, and it's going to be intense. And above all, remember, this campaign is still open and we are in it. And now I'm going to be direct, bluntly, without fuss. If Arsenal don't win this title this season, it will be a long time before we have another chance as clear as this. We are seeing rivals crumbling, a favorable calendar, a defense solid as concrete, and a hungry team. We can no longer accept excuses. We can no longer accept almost. The moment is now, and anyone who doesn't see this is either making a mistake or simply doesn't understand what is at stake. Look at Liverpool. It's chaos. Fragile defense, Salah indifferent, and a dressing room that looks more lost than a defender in Martinelli's counterattack. The City? It's only standing because of Haaland, and if this robot breaks, Guardiola will break out in a cold sweat. Arsenal, on the other hand, have balance. They have a squad. They have a title atmosphere in the air. This here is different. It's not guesswork. It's a cold read by those who follow this club in detail, in their soul, in their blood. If we miss this chance, it won't be fate's fault. It will be ours. And if you are a real fan, age 35, 45, 50, who has seen Arsenal be huge and also be ashamed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This opportunity is rare. The Premier League will not wait for anyone. And if we let it go, we can prepare ourselves for another decade of agony. So it's time to hit our chest and say, this title has to come, full stop. Now, if you want to be ready for everything that's going to happen, and a lot of things are going to happen, then don't waste time. Check out the channel's special playlist right now with all the latest news, behind-the-scenes bombshells, market updates, locker room discussions, and hot analysis about the next games. It's all there, updated daily, with the right tone, direct and without fuss, just the way you like it. Click on the playlist pinned in the comments or on the end screen of the video, activate the bell, set the notification to all, and come with us. Because if there's one thing you can't do right now, it's miss what's coming. Because if you think this news was bombshell, the next one will blow your mind. Strength, Arsenal.